Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Manitoba Start is the leading provider of career services to newcomers in the province of Manitoba and connects businesses to the world-class workforce. I would like to welcome you all to this Spotlight webinar, a series of live broadcasted events designed to assist you in entering Manitoba labor market. Manitoba Start acknowledges that we are gathered on Treaty 1 territory, the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Anishinaabe, Dakota Oyere, Danisolene, and Nihathawook nations, and the homeland of the Red River Métis. We acknowledge that our water is sourced from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation, and as a newcomer serving organization, we commit to learning about the histories, cultures, rights of the Indigenous communities to strive to build a respectful and supportive relationship for all. Today's webinar is focusing on the University of Manitoba Extended Education and University of Winnipeg PACE program. My name is Vasil. I'm the Outreach Coordinator here at Manitoba Start, and I will be your host for today's webinar. Given the large number of participants who joined this webinar, we have muted your microphones to allow for better clarity and less interference. Before we begin, I will be going over a couple of housekeeping items. So you can raise your hand feature to indicate, you can use the raise hand feature to indicate that you have a question or a comment. To do this, you can click on the participants button in the meeting controls and find the raise hand icon next to your name and click it. This will notify us that we have a raised hand. Teams webinar provide a question and answer feature that allows attendees to ask a question specifically in the Q&A panel. To access this, click on the More options, the three dots button in the meeting controls and select Q&A. You can then type your questions in the Q&A panel, and we will go over all the questions and we will provide all the answers at the end of the session. First, we will listen to the presentations from our presenters today. But before doing that, I would like to run a couple of polls just to get you to know you better. Okay, so right now you will be seeing something pop up on your screen, and the first poll is asking you, are you registered with Manitoba Start? So you can see that on your screen. So there are two options, yes and no. You can choose either of those and then click submit so we can see the results. And we can test out how that works with you folks. All right, I see that some answers are coming in. I'll give you a moment to do more. Right? Okay. So I see that as of now on my screen, it sometimes could be delayed a little bit, but 67% are registered with Manitoba Start and 33 are not, which is totally fine. Thank you. Let's move on to the next poll. So the next poll is asking you, do you need help with a resume, cover letter, or interview preparation? Again, there are two options for you to choose from, yes or no, and then click submit. I'll give you a moment to do that, and we can all practice. By the way, if you are joining from the mobile device, sometimes they don't show up, they don't appear on your screen. You can type your answer in the chat box, okay? So just to see some interaction going. All right, so we have 60-40 split. Okay, 70-30 now. Nice. I see there, as I said, there's a little delay all the time when we have especially a lot of participants. So 70-30, 70% of people need some help with resume, 30% are self-sufficient, which is also good. Either way, you can reach out to our career coaches and we can help you with that. Awesome. So let's move on to the poll number 3. And just give me a moment, please. Now, poll number 3 is asking you, where are you joining us from? So is it Northern Manitoba? Is it Southern Manitoba? Is it Winnipeg or outside Canada? So you can choose one of the 4 options and hit submit, and we will see what's the geography like of our participants today. Okay. So I see that the majority is from Winnipeg, but wow, we have somebody from outside the country. That's fantastic. That is fabulous. Well, great. I hope you will learn a lot in this session. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, and I see a lot of answers are going in the chat box. Yeah, we have Winnipeg, Southern Manitoba. Awesome. That's great. Thank you for your participation. And one more. I have one last one for you, and then we will get going. Okay. So, yeah, just give me one moment, please. So, the last poll will ask you the following. While it's loading, I'm going to read it out for you. What is the reason for you to join this webinar? So, are you an internationally educated professional? Are you a settlement worker? Are you a career coach? Or maybe you fall under the other category. So, let's test it out and we'll be good to go. Uh-huh. Okay. So we have 60% international professionals, more than that, right? Slightly more than 10% are career coaches and 25% fall under the other category. Whoa, thank you so much for participating in the polls. That is excellent. And now with this out of the way, let's proceed to our star guest today. Right. So today's webinar, as I mentioned, is with the University of Winnipeg PACE programs and University of Manitoba Extended Education. So the first we will hear from University of Manitoba, and their extended education is the division of U of M that provides both non-degree and non-credit continuing education and pathways to degree studies. And today they will provide an overview of their extended education's part-time and full-time program options, as well as information about the admission process and financial aid. As speaking of University of Winnipeg PACE, since 1972, the University of Winnipeg Professional, Applied, and Continuing Education, shortly known as PACE, has been nurturing minds and advancing careers with high quality, dynamic, and innovative programs. PACE offers more than 600 full-time and part-time programs, courses, and seminars in a full range of programs of program areas. So our first presenter for today would be Michelle from University of Manitoba, and together with Amanda, as I understand correctly, right? So over to you, Michelle and Amanda. Please share your screen, and yeah, you're all ears.
Thanks so much, Vasil. I'm going to try sharing my screen now. Okay, is it working now? Can you see that?
Excellent. Yes, we can see that.
Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick introduction and then hand it over to Amanda to get us started. My name is Michelle Rummelt. I'm the Manager of Student Services within Extended Education, which is an academic unit within the University of Manitoba. And my colleague.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda Chan, and I work closely with Michelle in Extended Education Student Services, but my role is the Enrollment Coordinator. All right, so I know it's already been explained a little bit, but I'll just give you a brief overview of what extended education is. So whether you're looking for a fresh start or a new career direction to strengthen your knowledge and skills in your chosen profession, or you're preparing to embark on your academic career, we have lifelong options for you. So some of those options include certificate programs, micro-certificate programs, and our letter of accomplishment programs. We have a ton of flexibility with our online course options and our program start date. And then there's pathway to degree studies available for anyone that's interested in pursuing a degree either afterwards or just returning back to school, but not sure entirely what faculty they want to be a part of just yet. So I will go over some of those programs now. In addition to the part-time programs, we do have some full-time programs, but they're not currently available. They're just on pause right now while we do a review. So I won't touch on those today, but we will also go over our student resources, our general studies and access program, and then Michelle will get into some student aid information, and we'll have a Q&A session at the end. So we have 6 business, finance, and management programs. So you can see there, the 6 options will list a range of completion. And one of the more common questions I get with that is, what does it mean when there's 18 months to 5 years to complete the program? Well, if you're looking to complete the program very quickly and just get it out of the way, you can do it in as little as 18 months. But many of our students are working full-time, so they're not able to take a full course load, or they only want to take 1 or 2 courses a term. In that case, you have up to 5 years to complete each program. So you can see for the certificate in business analysis, it's 18 months to 5 years. The certificate in human resource management, it's 1 to 6 years for completion. Our certificate in management and administration, at minimum, it'll be 2.5 years, but you do have up to 7 years for completion. Certificate in municipal administration is 5 to 7 years for completion. And then our certificate in applied management is 1 to 6 years. And then our letter of accomplishment is a very short program. You only need to take 2 courses, so you can do that in 2 terms. For our applied social sciences and social innovation programs, we offer 4 programs in this category. Our applied counseling certificate program is one of our most popular programs, and that will take you 2 to 5 years for completion. But we also offer a certificate program development for adult learners, our letter of accomplishment in media literacy, and our micro certificate in facilitating older adult learning. I will say for those 2 programs, they do run a little different. As you can see, the completion time is much shorter. So in that case, you would just take the 6 weeks to complete the media literacy program, and then the 12 weeks to complete the facilitating older adult learning program. We have a couple programs that just run on a shorter timeline, but for the majority of our larger certificate programs, there is a lot of flexibility there and some more time for you to complete those programs. We offer 3 programs in our process and technology management division. So the certificate in quality management, there's 8 weeks to 2 years for completion. The reason for that is it's a 2-course minimum. Once you've completed 2 courses, you can qualify to graduate with your certificate in quality management. Usually in the summer, we will offer both courses back to back. So that's why that 8-week option is there. But you do have up to 2 years to complete the program. If you just want to take 1 course each year, that's totally fine. But the option to complete it over the summer is always available. And I believe that usually starts in May. Our certificate in artificial intelligence runs for 16 weeks, part-time online. And then our certificate in building information modeling management, it's 18 months to 3 years for completion. We have a new program. It's preparing to be launched right now. This will be another part-time online program, and we're hoping to have it available as early as next May. But this is going to focus on agribusiness operations. So this will prepare career leadership opportunities in Canadian agribusiness. The program includes industry-guided content and experiential learning. It provides you with the knowledge and skills to help you contribute to an innovative and growing industry that drives global impact. So the fees are indicated online there, but this is in collaboration with the Faculty of Agricultural and Food Sciences. So right now we're working with a collaboration and hoping to ladder some of these courses into their diploma program, which would give students the option to complete both our credential of the Certificate in Management and Agribusiness Operations and a diploma with the Faculty of Agricultural and Food Sciences. So if that is something you're interested in, you can email us with any questions you have, but we are hoping to have an official launch date of next spring or summer. So I'm just going to go over a little bit how the online courses for extended education work. The online format allows students who live and work anywhere to access the courses, providing you have internet access. Each course will offer the support of a live instructor and includes defined deadlines for your discussion forums, your participation with your virtual classmates, and your assignments, quizzes, exams, and final evaluation. The majority of your classes, there are no set time. You can log in online and complete your scheduled work, whatever works for you around your work, your family, or any other commitments you have. So there is a ton of flexibility there. The same goes for payment. We do require payment with your program application, but you are only paying for the course that you register for at that time. Full tuition for a program is not due when you begin your studies. You will just pay for the course that you are taking at that time. So it kind of gives you a little bit of flexibility there where you're only paying for 1 course each term or as many as you need through that program.
Sorry, Amanda, before you move on, I just also wanted to mention that you can take our courses. It's called open enrollment without being admitted to a program. So if you think you want to just take a course or two to try it out before you commit to applying to the full program, you can do that. That's very common in our program. So don't feel you have to go through the full admission process right away if you just want to start with some individual courses.
True, and many of our courses do apply to different programs. So for instance, you could take a course that would work with the SEMA program or the HRM program or the business analysis program. So there is some flexibility there to take some courses, and then you could decide later on which program you want to fully apply to and commit to. So I'll go over some of the fee options here. The part-time application fee is $100, and our course fees range from about $290 to $840 Canadian dollars. The program is designed for Canadian citizens and individual with permanent resident status in Canada. If English is not your first language, we do require proof of English language proficiency. But if you are just registering for courses, as Michelle mentioned, we do not need that ELP test score at that time. It would only be once you've officially applied to the program. And then the minimal education requirement to be admitted is completion of high school or a mature student status, which is 21 years old. We do also offer some programs that are open to international learners. And I know that that probably wouldn't apply to anybody here today, but if you have anybody back home that hasn't, that's looking to perhaps take a Canadian credential or eventually join you here, but they want to start some studies, there is some options for them to take courses and programs online. I won't go through them all verbally right now, but you can see them all listed there. And those are all the programs that I had mentioned in the previous slide.
I just want to clarify what we mean by international learner versus international student. So these are all part-time programs, so they would not meet the eligibility requirement for a study permit. So that this is open to students who want to stay in their home country and study online and do not need to apply for a study permit to come to Canada. So a little distinction between an international learner versus an international student. Okay, thanks, Amanda. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about our supports that we have in our office or on campus in general. So as we mentioned earlier, Amanda and I are both from the Student Services unit within Extended Education. Our offices are open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. And some things you can get done in our office are getting your ID cards, getting support with registering for courses or applying to the program. We can help you with your tuition fees or your student aid applications. That would all go through our office. Some supports that would go directly to the academic team and not through our office, but we could help facilitate that, would be things like once you're in a program or in a course, if you're struggling with submitting an assignment to your course to the online portal, we can connect you with someone to help you with that. If you need help with getting time off for a medical leave or some other personal reason, that would go through the academic team and we can help you with that. Graduation is sort of a combination. Your academic team would approve you for graduation, but the rest of the process comes through student services. So in terms of issuing your documentation, sending out information about the ceremony, if you're invited to a ceremony, that would come through our office. Your academic team would let you know if you need to retake a course, but then we would help you with the registration process. If you missed an exam, you're sick, you're in an accident, or you need to defer an exam for some special reason, your academic team would help you with that, but we can help you with that process. Grade appeals, course extensions, any of those things. None of you would be the international student, but if you are an international student and you need documentation to help with your study permit extensions or anything to do with your study permit, that would start with your academic team and then come to us for issuing that documentation. And anything to do with academic allegations of misconduct would go through your academic team and would just stay with them and not come through our office at all. As you may or may not know, University of Manitoba is the largest university and oldest university in Manitoba and Western Canada, in fact. So we have a lot of supports and resources on campus that are available to all students, including our extended education part-time students. So one of those resources is the International Center. So even if you're not a new international student, but you're a newcomer to Canada, there are several resources there that they would have available to you. For example, they hold workshops on how to dress properly for winter, different things in the summer. They host activities in the summer. I know coming up soon, we have a large green space on campus. They're hosting an outdoor movie for international students and newcomers on campus one evening later in the summer. Lots of different activities going on through the International Center that would be open to you as a newcomer. And our office is located, if you're familiar with the University of Manitoba, we're located in the Extended Education Complex at number 185. If you've ever been to the campus, we're right near the gym. So if you know where the gym is or the ice rink on campus, we're right in that same general area. But of course, you can also reach us by phone or email at extended@umanitoba.ca. That's our general address. Any email that you want to send to Amanda or I, you could send there and they would get forwarded on to us. And we would follow up with you, or you could call 474-8800 and ask for one of us, and we could speak to you as well on the phone. I mentioned the large campus and all the resources. So there's too many to mention because it's such a large campus, but some of the key things that we wanted to highlight for you are student advocacy office. So it's a great place for students if you are not sure of your rights as a student. So in Canada, students have a lot of rights. So, for example, if you have a misconduct allegation and an instructor says, oh, you cheated on that assignment, well, you don't just necessarily say, okay, give me a 0. You can go to student advocacy and they can help support you through the process, maybe challenging that process, right? They can help you understand what that means for you and be there to guide you along the way. So they're a great resource for students. Case management, this is, if you have any health concerns or mental health needs, they can help you understand, the rights and supports available to you on campus. University of Manitoba has 2 clinics for students. So as you may or may not have realized, it can sometimes be quite difficult to find a doctor in Manitoba. A lot of doctors' clinics are full, but on campus we have 2 clinics that are available just for students. So it can often be much easier to find a doctor and get seen quickly if you're a student and you come to the clinic on campus. Student accessibility services. So if you have a disability or any kind of accessibility need, Student Accessibility Services Office would help you determine what supports we can have on campus and how we can help you get through your academic process successfully with whatever supports you need. So they're a very great resource for students who have any special needs. And then we also have a student counseling center on campus, which offers free counseling and mental health support. And Amanda and I have both been to some training with that office and learned, to our surprise, that actually at University of Manitoba, you would have greater access to mental health supports than anywhere else in the province of Manitoba. We have a great system and more support and quicker access to support than anywhere else. So being a student, you do have a lot of resources available to you that you would not have outside of campus. All right, and then in addition to all those supports, there's some different perks on campus. We have a great library system, several libraries in person or online access as well. So as a student, you would have access to those libraries, both while you're a student and as an alumni. So once you stopped coming to U of M, you would continue to have access to the libraries as an alumni. Recreation services discounts. So depending on the kind of student you are, if you're part-time versus full-time, your access to all the recreation services may be included in your fees, but if not, you would have a discount on the fees to use those services. And we have a lot of great facilities on campus, such as indoor track, ice rink, pool. The pool is under renovation currently, but it will be back open probably in about 9 or 10 months. Brand new pool being built right now. Gym, climbing wall, lots of great facilities on campus in terms of recreational services. I already mentioned accessibility services supports that are available to students, and then a lot of alumni benefits available to you once you complete a program and stay a part of the U of M community, including discounts to sporting, sports, the Bison football, Bison hockey games, gym discount continues for the rest of your life as an alumni. So a lot of great perks as an alumni that you would have. So Amanda mentioned all the programs that are delivered specifically through extended education, our certificates, micro certificates, and letters of accomplishment. But we also have an area called general studies, which if you came through general studies, this would be like a pathway to a degree, to a full degree. This is actual degree courses. You apply to be a general studies student, and then you're able to take courses from different faculties across campus without being admitted to those faculties. So for example, you're not sure you can be admitted to science, you want to try some courses, you would come be admitted to general studies. The advisors are here in our office in extended education. You could take some chemistry classes, maybe some math classes, and see if it's a good fit for you. And then if it works out well and you like it, then you could apply to actually be admitted to the Faculty of Science as an example. But you would start out as a general studies student if that's a good pathway for you. It's also a pathway if you want to just audit courses, but don't want to pay the full amount and you're not concerned about getting credit. You just, for example, maybe you're working in social work right now, you had a degree back home as a social worker and you just want to take a couple classes here just to get up to speed with the local requirements. You could take a course as an auditing student. You wouldn't get credit for it, but the fee would be significantly reduced because you're just auditing the course. You could also be a visiting student. So for example, maybe you're admitted to U of W and there's one course at U of M you want to take to supplement your studies at U of W. You could come as a visiting student and just take 1 or 2 courses here and maybe transfer them back to your home school at U of W. And then if you're 65 or over, if you're a senior student and you're a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, you can actually be admitted to general studies and take all your courses for free, and they would be 4 credits. So that's a really great perk for our senior learners in Manitoba. Another program that's offered through extended education, but it's for degree studies, is the Access program. This is mainly for our Indigenous learners, but it also is open to newcomers, and it provides a lot of holistic support. So not necessarily with your courses, but all the supports to help you get through the huge undertaking that it is to go to university, right? The campus is a big place. There's a lot going on. It's a lot to take on. They have supports there in very small group settings to help you understand how to get through the process, whether you need extra tutoring or just need some friends. They have different activities going on, or you need a counselor. They have all those resources available to students if they are admitted to the Access program in addition to their academic program. So it's a really great option that a lot of newcomers don't realize, because mainly our students in that area are Indigenous learners, but it is open to newcomers as well. So we want to make sure you are aware of that. And if you need more details about what that entails, I'd say send us an email and we'll connect you with one of the advisors from the Access program to give you more information. Okay, and then finally, I want to talk a little bit about financial aid. All of our full-time programs, which we're not currently running, but if we were, and most of our part-time programs are eligible for Manitoba student aid. So if you're interested in a program and maybe currently it would be a bit of a challenge for you to pay for it on your own, you could apply for Manitoba student aid. You would have our office help you with the paperwork for that, because there is a section that the school needs to fill out. And then you submit it directly to student aid to see if you're eligible. And it could either be a student loan, it could be a bursary or a grant, depending on your eligibility. But most of our programs are eligible. A little bit different process with part-time programs. So for part-time programs at U of M, you do need to pay up front for the courses. And then when you're approved for student aid, they pay you back. They send the money directly to you. But that's the only difference. And we could talk a little bit more in detail if this would apply to you, but a little bit different process than for full-time. The application process is different with student aid. Instead of online, it's still kind of a paper process with a bit more work, and you have to do it term by term for part-time. So you can't just apply once for the whole year. Every term as you register for courses, you have to submit a new application to student aid. That's their process, not ours, but we can help walk you through it if you need any help with that. In addition to that, the University of Manitoba has a financial aid and awards office, and I always encourage people to check their database of different awards that are available. To be scholarships, bursaries, grants, a whole variety of things that are available depending on your personal situation. So, for example, we learned the other day that there's one bursary that's available if somebody that lives in the neighborhood of Linden Woods within Manitoba. That's the only thing you need to do to qualify. You have to be admitted as a student and live in the neighborhood of Linden Woods. So you never know what you might be eligible for. So we always encourage people to check that database to see if there might be some financing available, a grant, a scholarship, a bursary, because you never know, right? There's money out there that people don't apply for, and it could help you support your educational goals. Okay, so there again is our email address and all of our different social media links. But I think questions we're going to leave to the end, as Vasla mentioned earlier. So we'll stop here and pass it over to Rhonda. I think probably Rhonda's going to get started there for U of W. And then we'll stick around, or at least I'm going to stick around to the end to answer any questions you may have a little bit later. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Amanda. Yeah, I see some questions coming in the chat box. We will answer those at the end, as mentioned. I would also encourage the participants to leave your questions in the Q&A panel so we don't get lost in the chat box. In case somebody will respond to you guys' comments. So just I would prefer to have all the questions in the Q&A panel if you can. If not, we will figure things out. And now we will hand it over to Rhonda and Francis from University of Winnipeg PACE. Rhonda, Francis, over to you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you, Amanda and Michelle, for a great presentation. So we are very delighted today that Manitoba START has invited us back to connect with you folks today. So at the University of Winnipeg Professional, Applied and Continuing Education, otherwise known as PACE, we offer industry-aligned flexible programs ranging from full-time accelerated diploma to part-time online courses that are designed to help individuals elevate their skills, build meaningful professional networks, and embark on successful career journeys. So whether you're aiming to pivot into a new field, accelerate career growth, upgrade your current credentials, PACE is here to support you in every step of the way. So let's explore those opportunities together. So today we're going to start with a welcome and introductions from Francis and myself. We'll do a quick overview of PACE programs and of course at the end, leave it open for the Q&A. So as mentioned before, my name is Rhonda, and I am the Senior Recruitment Coach and Strategic Partnership Coordinator here at the University of Winnipeg PACE. I'm also a very proud alumnus of the Project Management Program, and having such a wonderful and enriching experience at PACE, I now have the privilege of helping prospective students find their path to PACE. Since being a PACE student myself, I really understand the journey, the challenges, the rewards, and the connections and the lifelong friendships that really make this experience valuable. Francis, please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Francis Webb. I am PACE's Career Services Specialist. I'll tell you more about what that means toward the end of our presentation, but happy to be here today to talk to you. Thanks.
Amazing, thank you. So PACE is situated right in the center of downtown Winnipeg that really provides our students with easy access to campus. Our prime location encourages connections with the local industry, and our smart classrooms create the perfect environment for professional development. PACE offers full-time programs ranging from 6 months to 1 year. I see there is a 2-year program on there. Unfortunately, we're not offering that right now, so sorry about that. But these programs are really tailored to your goals. So our small class sizes really help to foster that sense of family and community, giving our students very personalized, very supportive learning environment. With a diverse student body representing could be up to anywhere like 34 nationalities in one classroom at one time, you can really gain a global perspective and build a network that extends beyond those classrooms. So we do offer a wide variety of full-time programs, again, designed to equip students with those practical skills and industry-relevant knowledge. So from our certificate and diploma programs, we offer programs in advanced project management and technology, applied data analytics, artificial intelligence, business analysis and transformation, full stack web development, human resource management, which is our new accelerated program that's just starting this September. It's a 6-month online program. Our strategic communication and digital marketing, and our supply chain. And so the tuition fees there cover your entire program. They also include your student union membership fees. So textbooks and course materials are all separate. It does show the duration of the program and the terms. And so some of our programs are offered in multiple terms, and some are only offered in 1 term. So if there's a program of interest, just make sure that you pay attention to the start date and then plan your application accordingly. So some success factors for PACE alumni and our students. So our top priority at PACE is to prepare our students for their career. That goes again beyond the textbooks and the lectures. So you'll participate in career focus workshops, professional development sessions, networking events, and we will connect you directly with industry professionals. So we're continually updating and enhancing our programs to meet the industry needs, to stay innovative and remain relevant. So that's really giving our graduates a competitive edge. There's been lots of changes with IRCC lately, and so we have had to pivot. But then we also do take a lot of direction from local markets and where the need for our programs are. Our instructors are also specialists in their fields, so they provide students with the latest trends, tools, practices in their industries. PACE is great for organizing multiple networking events throughout your program to help you start building those connections, because sometimes it's not what you know, but who you know. And so when you're getting your name and face recognized, excuse me, in your field of study, your chances of getting employment after your program are much greater. All of our programs are also aligned with local industries and may offer the chance to become accredited in your field, like earning your CIM. So on this screen here, we're just going to kind of highlight a little bit about the PACE Advantage. So we do prepare our students for long-term success by offering more than just a single credential. So many of our programs will provide our students and graduates with multiple recognized credentials upon completion, so opening those doors to broader career opportunities. Students can also access pathways to professional designations, ensuring their skills are meeting industry standards, and gain memberships to respective professional associations, which again helps build your network, stay current, and improve your professional credibility. So we've kind of highlighted 3 different programs here. So within our Advanced Project Management and Technology program, graduates will earn a project management diploma or post-degree diploma if you have an existing degree, a management certificate as well. We have some pathways to professional designation. So here we've highlighted our applied predictive analytics. So students can earn their certified analytics professional designation, CAP, or their certified business intelligence professional designation, CBIP. As well, those memberships, this time we've selected our AI program. Students will receive memberships to the Canadian Artificial Intelligence Association, as well as Tech Manitoba. So just a little bit about our full-time program academic requirements. So the minimum requirement to enter any PACE full-time program is going to be a high school, grade 12 diploma, or 18 years of older and have completed 90 hours of coursework. We would require those official transcripts for any, upon application. So these are the minimum requirements. So if you already have post-secondary education, if you have relevant work experience to a specific program that of study, you would be considered an ideal candidate and most likely would be given an offer immediately. So a little bit about our application process. Everything is done completely online. We open up applications for our full-time programs 1 year before the program starts. So if you were interested in a program that is starting in January of 2026, we would have opened up applications January 2025. For our domestic applicants, we will accept your application right up until the day before or the day of a program starting, as long as there's capacity. So we actually encourage students to kind of plan ahead, make sure you gather all your documents so that it's ready to go. And if you submit a completed application package, you will receive your decision within about 2 weeks. So all of the required documents are listed there. Now, going into the fall term, anyone applying for a PACE part-time or full-time program that is a domestic student, so the PR or Canadian citizen, we will waive that $50 application fee for you. So PACE also offers a lively student life program. So it's got a lively mix of activities from our meet and greet events, potlucks, our award-winning cultural evening and networking events that really help our students kind of connect, celebrate diversity, and form those long-lasting professional and personal relationships. Students can make a difference through meaningful community involvement as well as volunteer opportunities. Some of our student life activities are shown here, but we offer a variety, again, of events and initiatives that are designed to help students build skills, expand their networks, and engage with the community. From our employment services events that are held throughout the year and our welcome meet and greet night to mentorship opportunities, our CEO conversation circles, students really do gain professional insights and connections. Cultural Night celebrates diversity, while association presentations can connect students with leading industry organizations. And volunteering and alumni presentations further inspire our students and equip them for their career success. So we do offer our students a comprehensive orientation week that kicks off the first day of your classes, helping our students connect with their classmates, refresh on some key academic skills, as we do have students from various parts of the world coming to us with different backgrounds in education and work experience. This really kind of helps lay that foundation for the year of study and prepare them for a successful year. So some of the activities would include a math, writing, and exam prep session, a team building exercise, diversity awareness training, and a seminar on ethical use of AI in academics. So the schedule will vary depending on your program and your start date. So really exciting news today, guys. I'm really happy to share this with you. We have some tuition savings for newcomers. So we are offering a $1,500 reduction for any newcomer. So who does that consist of? So our permanent residents and protected people. You must be referred through a supporting community organization such as Manitoba Start. And why we're doing this is just to really help improve access to education and support our newcomers to achieve their career goals here in Canada. We know a lot of our international newcomers already have amazing credentials, great work experiences, but sometimes it's difficult breaking into a career in a new country. And so we are just trying to help that process a little bit. So with the $1,500 tuition on full-time programs, as well as the $50 application fee waiver, we're already putting money back into your pocket. So for those who are looking for financial aid, we also Manitoba Student Aid, as Michelle had mentioned previously, and we also do help our students with that application process. There are also bursaries available through Manitoba Skills and Development, and so we work closely with them, and they do fund a lot of our students, and they're usually for people who are underskilled. However, they do also look at newcomers who have been in the country for less than 5 years and, have, again, amazing credentials from back home and had, great career and having a hard time. So, and then our own personal awards and financial aid. Again, there are so many options out there too. I don't know about the neighborhoods in Lindenwoods, but I'm sure we have tons that might meet your criteria. So please definitely take a look at that if you are interested in seeking some financial aid. So now if you can't commit to a full-time program, maybe you've already gotten a job, maybe it's just like a survival type job, but it's not like your heart and soul, and you do still want to continue your education, we definitely have some part-time programs where our students can complete their program within their own time frame and their own space. So we also give students 5 years to complete their program, but they can fast track their studies and finish a program in just over a year, depending on the program itself and how many courses are included or required for graduation. So our terms are offered just like the seasons, winter, spring, summer, and fall. And our part-time timetable on our website will show you when those upcoming courses are. We also encourage you to connect with us after this to help walk you through if you are interested in any of our part-time or full-time programs. Now, we'll go to the next slide. We'll talk about the requirements. The requirements are going to be the same as a full-time program. However, with our part-time programs, we do not require any work experience. And so again, it's just a minimum of a high school grad. As long as you're meeting that minimum requirements, you will be accepted into your program of choice. And so if there was a specific program you would like information on, definitely check out the program homepage where it will outline all of the admission and academic requirements. And if your education was completed outside of Canada, you may be required to provide proof of English language proficiency, but there are some waivers and some exemptions, and we will have the link on our website. So we also offer open enrollment. So kind of, yeah, there's, two different ways to take part-time programs at PACE. So just taking 1 or 2 courses, checking it out, seeing if this is the right program for you. All of our part-time programs are delivered online. Most of them are asynchronous, meaning you don't have to be online at any given time. There's no live lectures. It is still a very structured course or program. You will have a start date and end date. You will have established assignments and deadline dates. But through open enrollment, you can just register for a course that fits your schedule and you pay as you go. And then if you wanted to apply into a part-time program, that kind of locks in your intent. So if you were interested in taking a program like HR and decided, I just want to take 1 or 2 courses within that program, you can do so. But if you decide, yes, this is the program that I want to graduate with those credentials and get my certificate or diploma, we encourage you to apply to that program. And we encourage you to apply sooner rather than later, because just in case we make any program changes. So you're locked in from the time that you apply for the program. So all your graduation requirements will kind of remain intact. And I think that just kind of covers it. I want to save some time for Francis and for the question and answer. So I'm going to pass it over to Francis. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. I'm going to take a few minutes now to talk to you about the student supports available, both from the University of Winnipeg itself and the unique supports available to PACE students. So as students of the University of Winnipeg, all PACE students have access to the full range of campus supports available. I have just a short list here of the many supports available, and we won't have time to go through them all, of course, but I'll tell you about a few, including our accessibility services, which are provided by, well, the full department is accessibility services and deaf and hard of hearing services, and they facilitate and promote the ongoing development of an accessible learning environment. So they provide students with disabilities, mental health concerns, medical conditions, temporary injuries. All of them have the opportunity to participate fully in all aspects of campus life. The International Immigrant and Refugee Student Services Center provides support directly to newcomer students, whether they're main campus or PACE. They provide a whole range of supports, including help navigating health insurance plans, tax information, immigration advising, and much more. Of course, at PACE, we offer a lot of these services in-house, so PACE students have full access to a range of immigration supports, whether through through the main university or through us. At PACE itself, our student support team is made up of 6 individuals. We have 2 academic advisors, an immigration advisor, a student life and alumni engagement coordinator, an internship coordinator, and myself, the career services specialist. I'll tell you a little bit more about what each of those people do, as if you end up coming to PACE, you're going to get to know each of us very, very well throughout your term of study. So our immigration advisor is a very lovely man called Depeng. He is a certified immigration professional, and it is his job and pleasure to keep up to date on all things immigration related. He informs students about any changes in immigration policy set by the IRCC immediately, and helps students navigate any immigration challenges that they face. Depeng is also an academic advisor, and we have 2 full-time academic advisors which are attached to all of our programs. The academic advisors, Depeng, Kelly, and Noel, orient students right from day one. So you'll meet them on your very first day, and you'll have constant contact with your academic advisor throughout your study period here at PACE. They become your best friends throughout that year or so you're here. They're going to support your student needs in their specialist programs. They help with academic progress. They help students to overcome any struggles they're facing, track grades, manage graduation requirements, and provide tutoring services. One example tutoring service is our Writing Success service, which helps students with their writing skills, particularly when navigating essays and other complex written assignments. And that's available to all PACE students through your academic advisor. Our student life and alumni engagement coordinator, who her name is Nikki, and she would be the first to tell you that her job title is a little bit of a mouthful. But what that means is she orients new students, again, right from day one, outlines benefits, student expectations, and then takes all students on a campus tour. So you get to know her very well when you enroll at PACE as well. You will be in contact with her constantly as well. She arranges all of our social events, like the ones Rhonda mentioned earlier on. She also arranges employer information sessions, presentations from professional membership associations, and in conjunction with myself, a bunch of other career development events as well. Gina is our internship coordinator. She builds relationships between PACE students and local employers and other organizations. So she facilitates internship opportunities between our various programs that are eligible for internship and local employers, tracks internship progress, supports all of our students throughout their internships, and helps navigate any issues that arise during those internships. And then there's myself, the career services specialist. So all of our students have access to main campus career services, but they tend to work mostly with undergraduate students. They do, however, organize the annual University of Winnipeg Career Fair. That's in January, that all our students are able to attend, and host regular webinars, AMAs, and other online sessions. Most PACE students come and see me, however, toward the end of their studies. We do resume development, interview preparation. We facilitate labor market connections. My services are exclusively for PACE students, and I do my best to connect PACE students with industry professionals. I host job listings for PACE students with Nikki and one of our program managers, and organize an annual PACE career fair, and provide support to students across 4 pillars. So we provide regular webinars and workshops on career development topics, as well as partnered presentations. The good people at Manitoba Start come and do a bunch of presentations for us throughout the year, as well as other external organizations. But most of the work I do is providing direct one-on-one support with students on the listed topics. Finally, I maintain an internal secure intranet site for our career services. Through that site, students can book meetings with me, register for events, they can browse job listings, and access our extensive library of career development resources. That's it from me and Rhonda. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening, and I will shut this down now and turn things back to Vasil.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Francis, Michelle, and Amanda. That's nice. I would like to welcome you to turn on your cameras, and let's welcome the presenters panel, and we will go through the Q&A. We have some questions flowing into the chat box. So, hello, can we use WellArc results as proof of English proficiency? So whoever wants to take on that one.
Well, at PACE, we don't accept WellArc, but we do have a giant list. IELTS, TOEFL, CANTEST, Duolingo is another one that we offer. Depending on your country of origin, you may even receive a waiver or be exempted from providing proof of English language proficiency. So that's at PACE. Michelle, would like to answer?
Yeah, I'll just jump in. We're basically the same as UW. I did a quick look at our list, and we accept pretty much the same tests. And WellArc, so in my previous career, I was the manager of the English language program at MITT. And so my understanding of WellArc is it's a placement test to place you in a language program. It's not actually a proficiency test, which is why institutions don't accept that as proof of proficiency. So if you've been referred from them to a program, we may possibly take that program. For example, if you completed APUS at UW, we would accept that at U of M and vice versa. But the WellArc is just a placement test for a language program. So that's why I don't think any institutions actually take that within Canada for admission purposes.
Thank you. Thank you for the explanation. Now the next one is there any program for international students or an open work permit holders, I think?
I'll start because I'll be very quick. I think they'll have a longer answer. And as many of you probably noticed, IRCC has a lot of changes over the last year or two. And with all those different changes, they've impacted our ability to offer programs for international students, which is why we are currently not offering any full-time programs. And for an international student, you do need to be in a full-time program. So at U of M Extended Education, currently we do not have any programs available. We're hoping to bring them back soon, but at the moment, because of all the IRCC changes, we do not have any right now.
And I will say at PACE, yes, we have programs available right now for international students. All of the programs that were listed on that program availability slide that I had. However, the prices are going to be different. So those the prices listed on that slide were for local, domestic, or PR. So international students will have a different price list. So you do have to apply for a study permit. You can't take a PACE program with an open work permit, but you can definitely apply to any one of our full-time programs, and then we would assist you along that way in getting your study permit.
All right, thank you.
And all of our programs that are listed are also post-grad work permit eligible.
Okay, thank you for the answers. Now, I think we can combine these two questions into one because they are a similar topic. Is there a course I can do for a healthcare aid online course? And then, hello, thank you for the session. I would like to inquire, is there any diplomas or courses available in health sciences and public health?
I'll just say right quickly, PACE does not offer any courses in the health care field.
And I'll jump in. Also, U of M Extended Education does not offer any courses as well. We do have a huge faculty of health sciences, so there are other programs available through health sciences, but none of them would be a certificate or diploma. They would be full degrees as far as I'm aware. Except for dentistry, there is a special program for foreign educated dentists. So if anybody already is a dentist back home, there is a program for that. That would be slightly shorter, but otherwise it'd be a full degree.
Okay. Thank you. Let's switch to the Q&A panel, and we have a couple of questions there. Do you offer any short IT courses that are in person? Isabella asks.
Well, at PACE, we only offer our full-time programs. We don't have a lot of IT programs currently running right now, but we do have the full stack, and that full stack program, but that is a full-time in-person program. all of our part-time programs that were listed, but they're mostly business related. Like we have our HR, Applied Project Management Certificate. All of the part-time programs at PACE are offered online. The full-time programs are all offered in a hybrid model. Majority of your days are spent in class on campus in person, but we do kind of give our students a little bit of flexibility, and throughout their schedule, we will offer a few classes to be delivered online.
Thank you.
And similarly, I would say our artificial intelligence program would be something in this area, but it is also completely online for now anyway.
Okay, thank you. The next one from the Q&A panel. I'm just a bit confused. Is it possible to take only the courses I want and receive a transcript without enrolling in a degree or diploma program?
So yes, at U of M, if you do any courses as open enrollment, those do appear in your official University of Manitoba transcript with your grades. And even if you choose not to complete a full credential, not done to apply to the program, the courses you have taken through open enrollment would appear on your transcript.
And PACE, yeah, you can take courses, same thing, through open enrollment. You will receive credit on your transcript. However, unless you're applying into a specific program, you will not earn a certificate or a diploma.
Thank you. Let's move on to the next one. I like to study social services and music. Can I get a government financial aid for these? I'm in Canada on PR.
Okay, I'll go first. Sorry. We don't have any programs or courses at PACE in those areas. So you might want to connect with our main campus, the undergraduate degree programs. They may have something in those areas, but at PACE, we don't.
And so we have our Applied Counseling Certificate, which Amanda mentioned is one of our most popular programs, and that is eligible for Manitoba Student Aid. It's part-time. Many of those courses are delivered synchronously, still online, but synchronously, so live, and they are eligible for Manitoba Student Aid. And I think there was a mention about music. Mm-hmm. U of M does have a music program, and there are some actually part-time. There's a part-time, I think it's called songwriting. They have a songwriting program that we do the registration through our office, but it's actually offered through the Faculty of Music, and that is a part-time program in person that can be done through music. It is not eligible for student aid, however.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Another question. Do you have any courses for internationally educated teachers to complete 9 credits, and what are the requirements? I have a valid teaching certificate, but it's not permanent yet. Thank you.
Okay, I'll start again. So at PACE, no. However, there is a program through our main campus that supports internationally educated teachers. They will help you get those credentials, get those credit hours that you need to get a valid teaching license here in Manitoba. Just give me a quick second and I will look it up quickly here for you. And you can just reach out to that department. But if you want to go with the next question or with Michelle.
Similar to PACE, Extended Education does not offer this type of program, but it may be available through the Faculty of Education at the University of Manitoba. So I would recommend contacting them directly for more information.
Okay, Rhonda, you want to put something in the chat, or do you want me to go to the next question?
I'll just throw it in the chat here, just as I'm just getting the link.
Okay, so while we are getting that link, there's one more question. Thank you for the webinar. Just to be sure, it's not too late to apply for the PACE HR that starts on September 2nd, right?
Yeah, no, we are definitely still accepting applications for that program. And just so you know, it is a completely full-time program online, delivered online. So it's 6 months. And most of the classes will be live, so virtual. Some will be asynchronous, but the majority of the courses are. So yes, we would absolutely welcome your application, and you would receive a $50 application fee waiver. The $1,500 tuition credit, I'm not sure if it's applicable to that program. I would have to look into that for you, but you should have our contact information here, and we'll get back to you on that one.
Thank you so much for your help. It is highly appreciated. Okay, and we have, I saw the raised hand, but then I don't see that person with a hand up. I think that was Mutiu, if I'm not mistaken. I think I saw your hand was raised. Do you want to raise your hand, and do you want to ask a question verbally? If you wish, just raise your hand. And whoever wants to to ask a question directly without typing, you can raise your hand, and I will enable your microphone, and then you will be able to unmute yourself and ask a question directly. We still can accommodate a couple of questions if you wish. Nobody? We're good? Okay, let me double check the Q&A panel. Okay, we answered all the questions there. Oh, there's a comment to the question. Yeah, so I'm an RRC student, and it's very limited here. Just wondering how it works at U of W and U of M. So the question is the comment to the question about receiving, enrolling into some separate courses without getting into the full program. Okay, Shannon, I think you got the answer right. So if you have another question, you can ask again, and we have one more. Hi, I have WES, West accredited Masters in Electrical Engineering from back home, and I just reached as a PR. What are my options to integrate? Thanks. To integrate into the student life, into the workforce. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? What integrate into where exactly? Into the university or into the Manitoba's economic workforce? Because if you, as a student, okay, as a student, because I thought if you were looking for the job opportunities, that definitely you can talk to Manitoba Start for sure. But as a student, okay, so the person has accredited masters in electrical engineering, and they are PR, and now they want to become a. Do you want to become a student, Nihal? Right? What are the options to integrate as a student?
Well, U of M has a faculty of engineering. If you already have a master's from back home, I'm not sure you'd want to go back and start at the bachelor's level, but depending on your degree, and you say it's already been accredited by West, you may want to consider applying for a PhD, which at U of M, we do have PhD programs in electrical engineering. That could be an option for you if you want to pursue that higher level credential. If not, and I don't have a ton of information, but have you gone to the Association of, was it Geo? It used to be called the Professional
EGM.
Engineers of Manitoba, but they've changed their name in the last several years.
Geoscientist Manitoba?
Yes, so
Engineer Geoscientist Manitoba, EGM, right?
Yeah, to see if you can transfer your engineering qualifications to become a professional engineer in Manitoba. So actually, the certification, you get your ring, and you go through a ceremony to get your stamp to be considered a professional engineer in Manitoba. I would say start with them and see if they would, if your degree is qualified, and if they have any recommendations of the path you should take. Because of course you can go back to school, but I don't know if you want to do that if you've already got your master's. I don't want to. Yeah.
Want to start earning money, right? And
Yeah.
if you need help with understanding the licensing process for engineers, reach out to Manitoba Start. We have foreign credential recognition navigators that can help you with the licensure process and understanding the ins and outs, and get you in contact with all the regulatory bodies that you need to get in contact with. Rhonda, is there anything on your end that you would like to comment on in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with what Michelle, the direction, she provided. Sometimes though, like, we know sometimes you just need some current recognized credentials. So maybe taking a 1-year diploma or certificate program will help boost your portfolio and make you more marketable here. Again, it's, that recognition piece, but I think if you take Michelle's direction, that would be your first start. If it's not going to be an easy pathway for you, then maybe consider taking something here
Like
locally.
project management.
Like project management would be like absolutely, our advanced project management or our business analysis and transformation. They're kind of all, along that pathway, but that would really kind of boost your employment prospects here. Awesome. Good luck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good answer. Like, it's a great answer. Yeah. So anybody else? Anybody? We have a raised hand from Babatunde. All right. So I am allowing you a microphone. You can now unmute yourself manually. Babatunde, please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to confirm if it's possible for me to do the business analysis program. I've got a master's as well, which has been evaluated by WES as well. I've done a course by course evaluation and a document by document evaluation. Will I be admitted if I'm thinking about it as I was just sitting when you said it can boost your opportunity to get job. So I was looking into the business analysis program where you can put that alongside with your engineering background. It gives you a better. So I was just thinking about it. Will I be admitted into that program?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Okay. You definitely have. I mean, do you have any previous work experience? It doesn't have to be in Canada, but
yeah, I have a previous work experience while I was in the UK.
Okay. Yeah. No, it sounds like you would be an ideal candidate. And I think they do have our emails attached to this. So if anybody wanted to connect with us afterwards for very specific questions about, their programs, their eligibility, I would encourage you to book a meeting with us. I am going to be on holidays after tomorrow for 2 weeks. And so you might not be able to get my calendar right away, but I would encourage you to connect with me. I think that program it's a brand new program and it is going to be starting in May. So that kind of gives you time to prepare and, decide if that's your right route.
Thank you.
And I would just
starting next year. Next year.
Yes, May of 2026.
So what's the course fee like?
Website. I don't want to take up too much time here. The tuition is listed at 10,700, and then we ask students to look at about budgeting additional 1,500 for textbooks and whatnot. Sorry, I was a little distracted because Francis asked about the intake date and I just had to double check on the website. It is showing a May intake. So yeah, but we could definitely look at this a little bit closely. Babatunde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would encourage you, Michelle and Rhonda, you can throw in your emails in the chat box. Sure. And when you have like specific questions about your specific course, you can reach out personally to Michelle and Rhonda and then take it from there. Yeah.
So if you could drop your email there, we could just
it's there already.
Okay, I can copy it so I can
yes. Screenshot it, copy it. We have this session recorded. It's going to be hosted on our website. So and I will show you once we are done with the questions. I will show you where you can get access to it in a short while, and you will you can rewatch the entire thing, speed up, and that's going to be good. All right. So far, so good. Yeah, I really appreciate the effort from our presenters. Do we have any last question? One more question, and we're going to be wrapping up. Anything that we have? Nope. We're good. Okay. So at the end, I would like to show you our website. Manitoba Start website. So if you are a client, that's good, but I saw there are some in the polls, some people said that they are not clients yet. So you can register as for services at manitobastart.com here. Once you're registered, you will have access to all the career supports that we offer to our newcomer population. You can find all the description of all the things that we offer to our clients here. You can also have access to the events that we organize, and there's plenty. So you can see right now the session that we are in now, the University of Winnipeg and University of Manitoba session, and then check out all the other trainings and webinar opportunities that we organize for you. Everything is free of charge, and is as far as webinar recording, so you can find it under events page and then webinar recordings. You can click here, and this session will be there as well. So yeah, thank you so much. And on behalf of Francis, Rhonda, Michelle, and Amanda, and the entire Manitoba Start team, thank you all for attending today's session, and thank you, presenters. And yeah, all the best, and stay well. Have a great day. See ya.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.